Good morning, Saturday morning. That's right, you're tuned in here to Saturday morning, our little talk show thing that we do. This is mainly for all of you folks that are diehard Collectors Radio fans and everybody, that this is your show, and I'm just here to read your comments and everything. So anyway, I guess we'll wrap up. I'm going to go ahead and read your comments, obviously, and then I'm going to go ahead and share a little bit of some things that are going on with the channel and where we're sitting with that. So let's go ahead and grab your comments. Again, no particular order. If your comments was not read, again, the same spiel. Either it just wasn't there, it got pulled, or you didn't comment soon enough before the taping of the show. All right, no particular order. We got Stephen K. I'm guessing again. I think that because again these the codes here are kind of strange, and I'm roughing it on the cell phone this time. We don't have the computer network out here, so bear with me. I find it really hard to read things off these, but we're gonna go ahead and do this. Great, good radio show, JW. Growing up, I was close to my grandparents, in particular my grandfather, who worked hard his whole life. I got my work ethic from him. He was married to my grandmother for 66 years. Wow, that's awesome. My only regret is I never recorded his stories of his life, the stories he told me over the years. Life is short, enjoy life and with your loved ones. Cheers. That is extremely important, and I think a lot of people forget to remember that life is short. Life is very short, and you need to enjoy every minute of it, live every day like there is no tomorrow. To sit there and, I guess, brew or get drown in negativity, or try, and then also those people tend to try to bring others down too, because misery loves company. But no, I think it's really important to live every day for all the positive and all the good things that are to come and are present right now that is happening. So, like today, actually, before we did the show here today, we had a really good day. A really good buddy of mine, fellow friend from the island, basically makes us kind of, as we would say, bradas on the island. We've been hanging out, doing our thing, and you know what? We hit the range. He just purchased a new handgun, so you know what? We went down there, we blasted up some rounds and everything. We had a really good day, awesome stuff. Was really looking forward today, and it did not disappoint. We got a couple cool things. Went down to the Harbor Freight and actually picked up, and I know it's Harbor Freight stuff, but you know what? I ain't wealthy, but we picked up, just for what the purposes that we would need, a 6-inch jaw vise that we picked up, and we mounted it to the table because him and I, this has been our project together. We built this together, and it's a work table, and that's what he cleaned his stuff right over here, and and that's what I wanted, was the rustic top to it, so we could do things like that and work on things and clean things. So it just kind of happened to be decorated in the background for your viewing pleasure. Just throwing some stuff in the background just for, eye candy, really. Other than that, it wouldn't be normally, if it wasn't for the show, all this stuff really wouldn't be here. But I put it there just for the show, for the purposes of the show. Sorry for all the noise in the background. Those are my children. They are seem to be rambunctious today. And I'll maybe, if you want me to, I will bring out one of my kids and let you see them. All right. It's December. It's Christmas. It's a season to be jolly and happy. All right. Don't be a Grinch. Okay. Beretta 9mm USA. The Flitz took a dive. Yes, it did. That last show, if you notice, I took the trench knife and put it up there. But yeah, the Flitz took a dive. But we're roughing it. That's just the way it goes here. We're not doing nothing high speed or anything like that. Hey, come on, you guys, knock it off over there. You guys always decide to do this stupid stuff. Okay. This was a fantastic episode. Stay safe, my fellow lefty. Yes, thank you, young Beretta. I do appreciate that. Once again, Beretta 9mm USA. Shout out to them. You know, I think they have the best 1911 channel out there, doing their reviews and everything like that. Phenomenal stuff. All right, Slim Fire 54, awesome collectors radio. JW, one of your best videos with the great life lessons. I grew up in the 60s and 70s. I can remember how easy it was to just tune up a car or truck. Still have trouble with cell phones. Yeah, as you can see, I'm having trouble with it. The computer and new cars and trucks. A baby can work a phone better than me. Love your channel and the M1 you have. Thanks, Slim. You're welcome, Slim. And that's, you know, I guess I do have that old mentality. Even though I'm not terribly old, but you know, I guess when you're 40 years old, maybe you are. But anyway, I grew up differently. I grew up trying to, you know, it's like gain experience, hands-on experience, actually go and do it, and really, you know, I'm not trying to brag or sound like that, but if you look at my hands, I have working hands. My hands are beat up because I'm constantly doing stuff. Like today, I mean, we were drilling and bolting this big old vise that we have to this work table that we built. You know, we are always doing stuff, doing that, you know, and actually was trying to do some work with some things on a 1911 slide on it earlier, but it didn't actually work out for us, but we weren't going to take too many chances. And we're actually going to be doing a site on his Rock Island. He has a Rock Island 1911. We're going to replace the front sight, which requires it to be swaged. So we're going to be working on that. But anyway, but yeah, you know, it's hands-on experience. We love doing that. You know, we're not. I'm not of that. You know, hide behind a keyboard and do that kind of deal. I'm really actually out there doing this stuff. You know, and gaining the experience and listening to those that have been there longer than me and trying to gain from them too, because you know, they made a lot of mistakes, and it's easy to find those mistakes and call them answers when they're actually mistakes. But if you don't listen to the people that already said, hey, that's the wrong way to go. All right, Tin Man. I work with a lot of World War II veterans when I first started my working career, and it was so special to hear their commitment and love for our country. And observing their work ethic, like you mentioned, at coffee break and lunch breaks, I learned a lot from these people. Now a lot of people sit alone and they're just looking at their devices and don't care about history or past events. Sad. Yeah, it really is. They gain all their notoriety and they get, you know, their whole thing is just sitting there and just tiddling with people and you know, making these little, you know, things, and that's all they do, and it is sad, you know. Like for me, doing this YouTube thing, this was actually the only thing closely resembling anything to, I guess you could say, social media that I've ever done and will ever do. And once I'm gone from here, I won't, that's it. I mean, I don't do Facebook or all those other platforms that they have. I don't even know all of Twitter, or I don't even know if it's that or anymore. Twitter, Instagram thing. I don't do none of that. I just don't. It's just not my thing. I guess, you know, I grew up differently. I didn't grow up with that stuff. I grew up with Rolodexes, payphones, and you know, hey, be home by 6 o'clock. The coolest thing my parents ever had was a pager. All right. The Crazy Scotsman, like you, I learned so much from the older friends, etc. Been blessed by knowledge and continue to learn always. That inland probably was original as it is a lot of times. Parts mix match, especially in the beginning and near the end of the war. These were utilized in multiple factories. And that's what it is. They were, so many different ones are put together, and I mean, it's like to sit there and get crazy about like, oh, I don't, you know, not having the correct barrel with the bolt. I don't really care about all that. I think it's cool for the history, and it's pretty much complete there. Sorry, I am having a hell of a time with this. thing. So I'm gonna have to skip on over. Sorry, I'm just not good at these, and we didn't have the availability of the computer today. All right, Joe P. Swig of coffee for Joe and all the working stiffs, right? If that doesn't heat you up and cool you down at the same time. Really happy to see the Inland has remained in the stable. By far, my favorite World War II rifle. Absolutely. You seem to be a young man. This is by Big Al, sorry. You seem to be a young man blessed with an old soul. Thank you, I am. I'm a very old soul. I have a very old school mentality. If you're going to, that's just the way I am. That's the way I brought up. That's all the friends of mine. Most of the people I hang out with are much, much older than me. I just don't have time to hang out with, unfortunately, I feel the younger generation is not worth my time. And I sorry to sadly say that, but that's just the way I feel. All right, another great episode. I don't get to watch every week, but I always enjoy your show. Thank you. All right, Jeffrey Richardson, great 1911 wall. Yeah, I'm a lightweight when it comes to beer. Yeah, that beer. I'm sorry, that was strong stuff. I used to drink Newcastle with a buddy of mine, but I tell you that 1050 Oscar Blues or whatever, that's some stout stuff, man. All right, good. No thank you taste. Good. No thank you taste. Absolutely love my my 30 carbines, Ruger 30 AMI 30 semi-automatic. Agreed. Strange times. Yes. When you see people on the side of the road taking pictures of themselves next to a payphone, it really reminds you where we're at. All right, because it's like they're never mind. Lion Quest Fitness. Morning, Bad Jack. I've been meaning to ask you about your OD green and orange reflective flight jacket. What brand is it? I've been looking around for one. Oh, that's my that is my my Steve McQueen jacket, the Hunter. Because the Hunter is one of my favorite. I actually do like the style of the jacket. It's awesome. In fact, this is one of them right here. This is a cheaper one. This is this doesn't have a lining in it. But that one, I believe, I don't know exactly what brand that is. Their Lion Quest. But if you want to look for a good one, get the one made by Alpha. They're going to be pricey, but I have one. It's a black one that I had, and I've had it for, I don't know, 20 years. And it's still top of the line. It's still the heaviest, nicest one I've got. But look for an Alpha if you can get one. That would be the one I would get. They're, like I said, they're spendy, but it's going to be one you're going to have forever. I had mine 20 years and it's still going strong, and you can tell the material, everything is well made. So they do kind of run a little puffy and large, so keep that in mind. I wear a large, and I'm about average height, not very tall, and it does seem to fit okay. But if you get the knockoff stuff, they run a little bit on the smaller side. All right, Sean, good morning. Here's a swig of coffee to all us working stiffs. Yes, the 9-to-5ers, the people that are out there making their paychecks and getting it ripped to shreds, and those numbers never seem to equate to the ones we have at the end of 30 days. Squib, 1911, nothing wrong with working hard to get what you want. I'd rather have something I earn than was given to me. Words of wisdom. Absolutely. Everything that I got, I worked hard for, and I earned it, and it is mine. And you know what? That's why I can do whatever hell I want with it, and whatever I please with it, right? Okay. I'm gonna tell you guys, with the show, with the channel, real quick. We had gotten, I believe, all of the videos that we had done previously. All the review stuff that we've done is now out and available. Those were done, obviously, earlier this year. Now that we're in, the later of the year, those are all those videos that you saw. I think it was the retro Glock review and all that stuff. Those are all done earlier this year. That is it. Those are the last ones that we've had in the can, so to speak, for you folks. And I know we should never say never, but I'm not going to be really doing anything more like that anymore. Just not really something I'm interested in participating in anymore. I'm going to leave those type of videos to the people that are 100 times better at it than I ever was or will be. People like Beretta 9mm USA, they do a phenomenal job of actually reviewing stuff. My take on things is entirely different. I don't like for instance, earlier today when we were down at the range, I looked at a Beretta 92 FS. I just wanted to look at it. It was in the case, and those things are expensive. I used to have one, and the guys, the kid at the counter starts to go on about how all this technical stuff about it. My interest in it and my all that just pretty much ended right there with Die Hard and Lethal Weapon. I mean, that's it. I really don't. Other than that, I don't care much about the pistol at all. It's like, why would you want a Model 29? Because if you're like me and you saw Dirty Harry way too many times, that would be it. Other than that, I don't know. That's just my take on it. So that's why I'm leaving that part of the years behind, and no longer going to be doing those type of videos. I know, and I shouldn't say never, and I shouldn't be. It's like, I'm not saying that there's no chance that I will ever do it again. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that right now on the radar, in the future, it's certainly not. And the future of this channel, I'm going to tell you guys straight out, if it wasn't for this show, and if it wasn't for you folks, I wouldn't be on on YouTube anymore. Life has just gotten so busy and in the way, and things have just with social media and any kind of a platform of these type of things, you get out there and you put it out there. It becomes such a focus point for people to just they use it for a platform to just start berating people and all that kind of stuff. And I really don't get into the drama of that. I really don't. I don't care about it. I've got a helper that helps moderate the channel, so they go through and they actually remove any foul language or anything like that. They remove it immediately. It's gone. It's just because I don't want that representation of my channel or my hobbies, and my hobbies happens to be firearms. And I certainly don't want that negative impact or energy involving a sport that I want to fuel with positivity. So anyway, there's always that. But yeah, that's as far as that goes. Just kind of leaving it at that. Again, we spoke a little bit on this on the last show, and I kind of want to touch on it again, because I think it's really important that in life that the people that still the people that will still find the time to call you or contact you, those are people. Look at that and look at those people and feel that they're worth hanging on to. They're worth considering a friend. It's when you got to look at the scale and say, am I always the one calling that person? Why am I always the one calling them? And so you got to start to think. So then I started stopping, going, you know what? Let's see if they call me. But also remember this too. In life, there are people that you like and people you want to be around, and then there's people you just tolerate. I don't want to be somebody that somebody has to tolerate. I'd rather just not be around. So, but yeah, it just keep that in mind. I've kind of looked at that in perspective, and my buddy too. We've been kind of. It's really been nice to be able to spend time with him, because we both now have the same day off, and it's been awesome. It's been a blessing. It really has, because for a while there we weren't able to do much hanging around together, and it was important for me because him being from the island, and me. I miss a lot of people from back home. I do. I miss the island. I miss the people. I lost a lot of friends from back there. I did. A lot of them passed away, and we've talked about them on the show and everything. So it's a shame. But again, keep your guys's keep the positivity up, and keep remember those that are worth remembering, and keep the ones that are worth keeping. As far as your friends go. Before I sign off here, a couple cool, since it's Christmas and I love movies, Silent Night, Deadly Night. What a great horror flick series this is. Number 2, not so great, because number 2 is just pretty much a bunch of rehash of number 1. But they also, Vestron Video released part 3, 4, and 5. I'm going to tell you, watch 3 and 4. I couldn't tell you what they're about. I still don't know. But part 5 is pretty cool. And it's got Mickey Rooney in it, which he actually slammed the book at the very first one, said, how dare they do this? And yet he stars in number 5. You guys have a good